second. But first, couple of big highlights from last night, Thunder, Jazz, and we just talked about him. Donovan Mitchell puts Corey Brewer in the spin cycle.
He's adopted that LeBron spin move. LeBron goes to his left, spins back to his right. Donovan Mitchell can go both ways. He's used it in Game 3 and 4 several times.
Man, I know he's a better shooter, but I just can't watch him and not think young Dwayne Wade. It's just it's the player I think of D. Wade. Or
the athleticism, the way he plays in the air, yes.
One Donovan Mitchell play good. Two Donovan Mitchell plays even better. This time, drops the no-look pass to Rudy Gobert.
Great way to start the game to get the big man rolling.
Jenna Wolf, which Rudy Gobert nickname do you like better? The French Projection or the Stifle Tower?
Réjection en français, on dit le French Rejection. Oui, on peut faire tout ça en français si tu veux, mais sinon on peut faire en anglais aussi.
I don't know what you just said, Jenna, but I know it's live, and I knew you'd follow up there.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get damn English.
And finally, Rockets and T-Wolves. Chris Paul with the spin move through the legs to Trevor Ariza for 3.
Man, this was a game for a half. Looked like the Rockets might be the lead story today for bad reasons.
Trevor Ariza got him off to a good start, hit a few threes in that first quarter just to get the team going.
Good little CC tweet observation about that right when the game started.
Yeah.
Like that.
Danger for my
team. To the NFL now.
Danger.
If I was Tom Brady's BFF, and I'm not sure guys have BFFs, I'd be like, you see what happens when you go to Qatar instead of voluntary off-season football practice? Rumors upon rumors upon rumors, Tom. Best friend forever.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, man, we do best friend, but ain't no forever.
Oh, I think your next BFF. Tom Brady retirement talk has begun to sweep the nation as a result of him missing practice. Well, now Tom Brady's agent, Don Yee, has chimed in, and he says Brady will play this season and into his mid-40s, or until he feels he isn't playing at a championship level. Well, that should just about settle every single thing. Cece, how much should Brady's plans impact the Patriots' draft plans? Because we all know, or we think we know, that they are looking at a potential quarterback or a backup for Tom Brady at some point.
Well, first thing, the fans should know that that's Tom Brady talking. Compared to all the reports that come out since the Super Bowl, Tom hasn't said anything but support and a couple messages to friends who left. Malcolm Butler left. He sent out a message to him. Amendola left, going to Miami, sent a message to him. Now, all these other rumors, Tom Brady's not at the offseason training. Tom Brady hasn't committed to playing. His agent spoke, so that's Tom Brady speaking through him. His agent couldn't say that unless Tom Brady clarified it. And Tom Brady basically laid down the gauntlet. Forget what you're hearing. The same thing I told you last time I spoke, I want to play into my mid-40s. I want to play beyond this contract. That's what they stated yesterday. And it should affect the Patriots in how they go after a quarterback, because it shouldn't force them into taking their 2 number ones and moving all the way up in the draft. Because if Tom Brady's going to play a couple years, there's probably a couple other quarterbacks, because we've talked about the top 4 guys. And after that, Lamar Jackson, a couple other guys. Lamar does have a first-round grade on him, but there's about 3 or 4 guys who have a second-round grade on them. And that's about the threshold for Belichick as far as drafting a quarterback. So I could see him drafting a quarterback in the first round or waiting till the second round, knowing that Tom is going to be there for at least the next couple years to be able to help this guy cut his teeth in the NFL.
Listen, what this means is the idea, whether it was a pipe dream or not, that the Patriots could be at the NFL draft, see a guy like Josh Rosen is still on the board at number 9 and say, guys, 23, 31, a number 2, move up to 9, go get him. Like, should we go do that? That's now out the window. Like, now you are.
Well, I don't know if that's out the window. I believe that the Patriots have a plan A, a plan B, and a plan C. I believe plan A is if a guy falls in the first round, they will take him in the first round. I believe plan B would be to draft a quarterback, which they like, in the second round. Plan C would be, man, if they see a guy on draft day in the moment, to go up and get him. I believe the other plans are probably more concrete and more likely to happen.
Sure. So I'm sure they have
not to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I'm sure they have a contingency for everything.
Yes.
I just think it is much less likely that Plan C now comes into place because Brady is saying, I want to be there. We know Brady's still at the top of the league. He was league MVP this year. And when you need a left tackle,
yes,
when you need help defensively, when you need a wide receiver potentially, to spend that much draft capital on a guy that you hope does not see the field in 2018.
Compared to getting 2 or 3 starters immediately.
Exactly. But there's one other thing that because when the previous report came from a guy, CC, I know you respect a ton, Adam Schefter. And the day we talked about it, you said, if Schefter's reporting this, that means he got it from New England, that Schefter's close with the organization. So that's what I found as the subtext interesting part here, is Schefter's not a guy that makes up reports or guesses. Someone within the Patriots made the point to tell Adam Schefter, knowing who they're telling, Tom Brady hasn't committed to playing next year.
Right. And the question might have gone like this. Tom's not here this offseason. Are you guys concerned? It'd be like, no, we're not concerned. Well, has Tom committed to playing this year? Has he communicated that to you guys? And whoever answered, no, he hasn't. So then they went with that report. But Tom had never said he wasn't considered playing. So there was no need for him to say anything after the season because his plans, besides outside of Tom versus time, the people trying to draw some things from the end of it, the conclusion of it, that, wow, Tom might be done playing.
I have just a little bit of a hard time believing the entire organization is sitting around deciding what their draft plans are going to be, waiting to hear if Tom Brady's going to come back and play or not. Like, oh, now that we heard he's going to play, maybe we don't have to use all of our picks to move up and get a quarterback.
Well, let's just do the counterfactual to it. If the report this morning was Don Yee said Tom Brady is leaning towards retirement, would that all of a sudden drastically affect their draft plans?
Yes.
Yes. So I think while you're correct in this regard, this news, because it's what they expected, is not drastically affecting their draft plans. This further solidifies, I think, the idea that they do not want to package multiple picks to move up and get a quarterback, which I think they would have done if Brady had walked away. And, Jenna, you're right. They're not sitting around concerned, man, Tom Brady, is he going to be here? Not going to be here? What are we going to do? No, New England knows. And that's why I'm always concerned about information that comes out about New England. You have to be careful. This has been the most strategic, the most private organization. And then now all of a sudden in the last 3 months, we're getting leaks out like it's the White House. I mean, everyone's squealing over there. And I know it's not the same place, all right? I know it's the same place that I've come accustomed to with Bill Belichick and information. So with that, I believe New England does have a plan. With that, I do believe that New England, they know more, and Tom has talked to them and clarified the situation.
And one of the things we are going to talk about is Lamar Jackson, the former Heisman winner, who they seemingly are interested in. He came in, they had a good workout. We're going to discuss if he could be a potential, and if he would fit in with the organization coming up. But on the other side, why is Kevin Durant lurking in the bad parts of the internet again? How many times do I have to tell you, KD? Not the best place to be. Next on First Things First.
Would you rather be a blog boy or an IG comment lurker?